Hi.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Welcome. Happy spooky season, as Cherry Bombshell so kindly
Yes.
started the chat with that. Welcome, everyone. Happy Thursday. I hope you're all having a good week, or, at least happy to be here right now. Rabbit. I almost kind of forgot it was October. Well, welcome, everyone.
I did
If you
forget.
If you happen to be new here, my name is Emily. This is Audra. Audra has her own channel, Audra at Home. Everything's linked in the description box, including Patreon, other ways to support, social media for both Audra and myself. And if you happen to be watching on replay and live chat is an option, I recommend opening it up. Sometimes YouTube does not let that be an option because YouTube is doing its thing. But if it's there, it's a great way to follow along and get in on some of the inside jokes and weird conversations that happen in the midst of screen.
Inside jokes.
Welcome, everyone. Reading. Yeah, I was just like, I'm doing my bog witch thing, so I decided to change up our color to green for tonight.
I dug that, by the way.
Double living. Oh yeah, we bumped it up a little bit so behind the beauty would have some space, but it's time to get started. So
Yes.
tonight we have new makeup releases, and we don't have a specific theme or format besides the fact that Audra and I went through and kind of pulled some things ahead of time, and there are some good things, some bad things, and some straight up fucking ugly things. So we're just going to go through and talk about how we feel about things. Hello, Selena and Abby and Lisa and Deja. Hello. Welcome to everybody. I'm going to go ahead and add our new releases to the screen, and we'll just jump right in.
Sorry.
Okay. No apologies.
I randomly just started
There's
chest
dance party
pumping.
time.
Yes. Hey, Selena Louise.
So, very first thing is Made by Mitchell, which is another influencer beauty brand. So,
Oh, that's why he's Mitchell.
well, he was Mama Mitchell, but now his makeup brand is just Made by Mitchell. So, yeah. I don't know. I don't particularly follow Mitchell.
I'm too old.
Yeah, it looks like there are 6
I'm just going to admit that I'm too old to follow Mitchell.
2
Like, I have nothing against
palettes.
him.
He's
Bye,
friendly with
Yolanda.
Oh, bye, Yolanda. He's friendly with Jebediah Snorkelfish, so I'm good. I'm good. That's that on that.
Yeah, and I don't see there's not much that's actually been we don't see any actual color or anything on this, right? So it's just like a tease. So it is like, yay for him, I guess. Congratulations, Mama Mitchell.
Yeah. Focus on that liner, Courtney. That's intense. Yes. And yes, the one little upgrade that YouTube has added is that you can add a pin message in the chat. So.
Oh, what? I didn't even know.
Yeah.
You can? I don't know this man.
I don't even have the energy to pull up reference images. Yeah, I'm good.
No, let's let him go wherever the young people are.
Yeah. I just don't care. This is Kendo Vegan Beauty doing kindness, doesn't know how to name a brand. Kat Von D with a new kitten mini glam rock. But rock,
you know what this makes me think of?
What is that?
What is this, honey? Is that a white refrigerator? That's what it makes me. Not a white refrigerator. That gives me all of that energy. Just looking at that, that's what it gives me. Just like I don't understand it. Like the blue is really pretty, but like everything else can go. Like it can just all I don't understand what's happening here.
I also think they might did they lower the price? These are 19. They're like desperately trying to move this old packaging. But here's the thing. This is how full fucking circle we've come. Neutral with a pop of blue was how brands like Tarte and Too Faced and Lorac, it's how these basic brands try to do edgy. And now we are back to Kat fucking Von D having neutral with a pop of blue. And Isabel is far more creative than I would be on a good day. I just legal and lipstick. Okay, I didn't catch that with Melt. That's a good point. We'll be talking about them later, but I didn't catch that about just trying to use the bold packaging. Yeah, and just this like neutral with a pop of blue, and it's not even a neutral that most people can pull off.
No,
because the mid-tone would not deepen for most people.
Literally, I could use the blue and the gold, and that's my look.
Yeah.
That is my look out of the palette. I'm not paying $19 for that shit. They could eat the.
And I actually think if they did a richer, deeper brown matte instead of that weird instead of I don't know, but I just hate these palettes. I hate the big pan and the other pans, and I hate it all.
Yeah. I feel like in 2020 we progressed past the need for like trying to put a bunch of shit into it. Like I want an eyeshadow palette, I want a cheek palette, or I want a bronzer palette. But I don't need you to try to encompass everything in one unless it's removable.
This is just their shitty packaging for eyeshadow quads.
That's ugly.
Yeah, it's just ugly.
Then what the fuck is that other one for? It would imply cheeks. See, this is why I hate these people.
No, they say it's like they're basically trying to say like it's a setting shade or an all over shade. It's just like, and you called glam rock. You called this purple neutral puke glam rock. Like why?
Oh. Like I don't understand. This is weird. Hi, Boo Bear. Hi.
Hey, Josh.
Are you partaking in the weed?
Here's the thing: is this perspective is fair? Ryan said at least if this packaging sitting around being used, it's better for the environment. But they're not coming out with colors that are actually going to get bought.
Wait, but that's because they're not coming out with colors.
Well, yeah.
I don't think it's just the packaging. I think it's the shades too.
No, I'm saying that. I'm saying they could take this packaging and just do like some cool, like if they just said, fuck it, we're just going to do all shimmer, weird, like fun, weird party quads. At least people might buy them. But these weird things that they're doing, no one's buying them. I don't know.
It's not like they're not saving. Like, here's the thing. I want them to save the environment. I want all these companies to save the environment. But do it so that we buy it. Like, and we help you save it. Like, because now it's just, I feel like it's going to end up in landfills. Like,
you just made more product. You've produced more makeup to fill these empty palettes that you're trying to save that no one's now going to buy. Yeah. So you've actually made a worse impact. Also, we see you waiting for it to be delivered.
I knew it. Yo, like, listen, I don't even know Josh like that. And I was just like, I could feel it in my soul. But if you watch his channel, you would know.
Yeah. Also it's as if people at KVD thought the problem with the brand losing sales was the colors, not Kat. Like,
facts.
Yeah. Ooh, legal and lipstick. I'm just going to tuck that inspiration away in the back of my head. Okay.
Yeah, my palette is going to be called the Witchy Bitch palette.
There's you could have the glam witch, the witchy bitch. Like you could have all kinds of different witchy palettes. Okay,
that would be me. I'm like, I'm making my witchy bitch. All right.
Speaking of, this was a definite good in my book. So this is the Shroud Cosmetics collaboration with Butte Bean, who is a creator on YouTube and Instagram. It's 9 shadows. It's $35, and it's magnetic and removable.
Sunday, Sunday, Sunday. Oh, it's Sunday.
Oh,
Sunday,
and it's going on pre-order this Sunday.
Yes, that's why I'm saying.
Yes. Yeah. Thank you for that reminder. So this is a yes. This is a fuck yes to me.
Yes! I'm sorry. My excitement for this has been high since I saw it. Here's why. These are shades I actually enjoy and want to use. All of them. There's not even like really one where like, I'm like, no, I like all of it. And it fits her aesthetic. This is why I love this, because it's a beautiful color story, like Isabel's saying. And the other side of it is very much that it fits her aesthetic. I feel very happy that Beauty Bean, Betty Jean, made a palette like that she would actually wear and wears on her channel regularly. Yeah. What in the fuck are you doing?
Bo has been up to see it all night.
I am so sorry.
Yeah. I want all brands to just give me the option of buying their palettes as a magnetic palette. Like, charge me a couple more dollars or something. I don't fucking care. But like this, you're right. It reminds me of Betty Jean. It reminds me of Beauty Bean. Also, so Shroud used to be known as Shroud Cosmetics. They've had the Creepy Cute palette, which was an all matte pastel palette. It also had a gray and a black. They had a palette called the Divinity, which had like more jewel, like grungy and jewel tones. And then the Arcana, which was more true jewel tones. And I am worried about this. But I think this is such a fun mix of all the different palettes that I had my eyes on before without duplicating the colors. Like, I see a little bit of pastel. I see some jewel tones. I see some grungy tones. I fucking want the grungy green, matte, and shimmer all over my face. I'm curious to see how those teals work for me, because me in deeper tones, I'm like tricky. Like, they're not always my favorite, but I would give it a try. I am worried about the traffic, especially because they've been reposted on Trend Mood. It is a pre-order, and I've heard from people that have bought in Shroud pre-orders in the past that sometimes there is a long wait time. So, like, I think they're trying to get it out within a week, but I don't think there's a guarantee. So that makes me feel a little worried. But I would wear this beyond just Halloween. This is not just a Halloween palette for me. This is not a Halloween palette for me.
This is a year-round palette for me. And
exactly.
I'm looking forward to doing this. Like, I already, like, I can feel looks coming, and I know that there's going to be glitter freckles, because like glitter freckles is like apparently glitter freckles is my calling card. So there's going to be glitter freckles, and I want this to happen to me. So
yeah. I think that, like, this is a kind, I was talking to Audra about this because we were talking about how, like, this does feel like a Betty Jean palette. This feels like her, but it's also like, it feels like a palette that works, but that this creator could also collab with a different brand in the future, or multiple brands, and not duplicate. And I'm so happy to see somebody not do like their essentials palette. I know I ranted on that in my last like makeup bingo video, but like, I'm just happy to see like just picking a cool color story, picking your mood in that moment, and just like going with it. That's really cool. So
like that, and that's the thing. Like, if a brand reached out to me and was like, "Hey, we would like to create a palette with you," I'm going to tell you right now, it's going to be Audra style. Like, I'm not going to come out with like, if I come out with a neutral palette, somebody please understand that I have worms in my brain. At that point, like,
paid me a lot.
There's like,
and I'm gonna be honest,
they paid me enough for me to not have to have a real job for like another 6 months. You know what I mean? Like, that's if I'm gonna do a collaboration, it's gonna be Audra shades. It's like dirty, grimy, but also bright.
Yeah,
like that, because that's what I like. I like to be a little dirty. I like to be a little down there, but also be like, hi, it's also bright. You know. So, yay! Yeah. I'm so happy how many of y'all like this.
It's just really fun to see. And as somebody that really loves single eyeshadows, the magnetic palette part of it, like, that was what kind of held me back with Shroud, is that there were so many palettes where I was like, I want it, but I would also want to take it apart and use it as singles. And so this is just the sweet spot for me.
Yes. Don't you forget to like the stream. Listen, I don't know why I'm so weirdly singy today. We're just going to cap that to you. I got a lot done today that I didn't expect it done. So
it's amazing. And I would say for anyone that's being like, I could totally dupe the vibes of the Beauty Bean palette from my collection. I know that.
Yeah, I think I can too.
This gives me an opportunity to, one, try a brand I've yet to try, and just get a cool fucking color story put together. And like, I also feel like, even because it's a brand I want to try and it's a color story that I'm excited by, because I can financially like pay, like, because I can buy it, I want to, because I'm like, do it, do this more, brands, do this.
Fuck yeah.
So, yeah. Things I don't really want to buy are these grungy Birds of Paradise.
I'm sorry, I got stuck.
Yeah. Okay. Givenchy. No, not Givenchy. I always get these.
Like
this is Guerlain.
Guerlain. Yes.
This is their holiday theme, and there is a bee on all of the lipsticks. So there's that
for the holidays.
I guess so. And
what do bees have to do with Christmas?
I don't know, but they're embossed on the actual. Is it like queen bee? I don't know. I'm kind of confused now. Also, I don't know what this white color is gonna do for anyone. And then
did you see my face? Just my face was looking.
And then a boring neutral palette and more of their balls. Their balls.
What are those balls? Explain the balls again to me, because you explained it last time.
It's a finishing powder. It's a finishing powder. So when you swirl your brush in, it just picks up some of everything, and so it's just like it's just a finishing powder, but in ball form.
As the lamb stops screaming. Yeah, I would really rather have candy. But here's the thing. Guerlain, however you say it, because I'm not French. That shit smells. I mean, it really does smell like 3 to 4 perfume ladies with varying perfumes have squirted you as you walked by. And you're like, also, like that's.
Now this palette looks different it looks less neutral, but I still don't want it. I still don't. It looks more pastel.
Everybody's getting confused by the balls. It's a what did you say? I already forgot again.
Powder.
It's a finishing powder.
If you swirl your brush in there, it'll pick up like the powder. Basically, they're powder Dippin' Dots. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I just.
Oh no! I mean, at the same time.
Pastel ash.
I don't understand the reasoning behind these little, like, just give me the fucking powder. Like, why are we making it complicated? I feel like that's too much work. Like,
it's all like a no. And there are some brands that do these fancy lipstick cases, and I'm like, ooh, I see you. And then I see these, and I'm just like, I don't want it.
Yeah. And here's the thing. I'm really big on. Like I feel like I like this. Like if I ever that's the thing. Lipsticks, they're gonna have to have a magnetic closure. I don't care who I work with. It has to be magnetic, or I'm gonna be like.
Oh, we're gonna talk about another brand coming up that does like that's the packaging that I love, but we're not there yet.
Yeah, and I like good lipstick packaging, but it also has to be able to like sit down. I don't like that weird shit where you're like, I can't store it. Yeah. Next up.
This is the ColourPop Hocus Pocus collection. So. There is a palette. There are lipstick duos. So it's a lipstick and lip liner. There are lashes. And then there's these Glitterly Obsessed, which is like glitter gels.
They kind of look like vomit. Like that one looks like vomit. I think it's supposed to.
I don't know. I'm going to keep moving because I don't want to think about why glitter looks like vomit. It's okay. It's why are these red? Both red. I don't understand it. This palette just does nothing for me. I love Hocus Pocus. I made a Hocus Pocus palette. I'm wearing it on my eyes right now.
Same.
But this, I was so much more excited by the freaking Bats palette. And
yes.
This, I'm just like, it's a neutral palette with like a tiny bit of grunge, but it doesn't read Hocus Pocus to me. And
it doesn't.
Beyond the fact that I fucking hate Color Flop and I don't want to give them my money, and I refuse to buy makeup from them that's just merch.
Yeah, because so here's the thing. I don't even like the artwork. And I said this to you when we were just talking. I don't even like the artwork. I don't think it's doing Hocus Pocus the justice like that it deserves.
Yeah.
I feel like the artwork is I feel like they just threw this shit together. Like the artwork is not good. It doesn't even really look like them.
The artwork is something that I think they pulled from another licensing thing that Disney had. Because somebody showed like a cookie pack that they had from like one of those like bacon, whatever cookies. It's the same artwork. So they just threw it. And I just don't think it's that interesting packaging wise or product wise. Like maybe the lipsticks are kind of a cool packaging if I look at them again. But
if you even look at the outfits next to the palette, like when you have that together, right? And you have the top of the palette and it was showing their outfits and then it's showing the colors. Why aren't the colors matching up very well with what's in, like what they're, I don't see a good orange. I don't see a good yellow. I don't even see a really not like the green isn't even there for me. I'm so confused. I don't even understand why. Like, I don't know. People got it and they were really excited. And some people, that's not my vibe. That's another one of those, like, I would never.
And I'm not a scary movie Halloween person. I'm like, Hocus Pocus is a movie that I've loved. I was also a child when it actually came out, which the whole like nostalgia over movies that people were not even born. I don't know. It makes me feel old and weird. I'll just say that. But this, and the amount of people that I literally saw saying, I don't like the inside, but I'm going to buy it because of the packaging, because it's Hocus Pocus.
I can't stop making that look. I'm so sorry. I can't.
It made me mad. Yeah, like, why is it not a black shadow with pinks? Like, it's just, okay. You all know why we're angry, and no one else is feeling either. So we're just going to.
Yeah.
Another thing that makes me feel weird.
Another way they're trying to erase off. Moving on.
Yeah. Well, and that's why it makes me mad. It's gonna fucking sell anyway. Do a good job. Fuck you, ColourPop.
I know. And we all get sucked into marketing things. I know we do. Listen, the amount of shit I bought. If I had the money right now, do you not understand that Marc Jacobs' entire fucking holiday collection would be in my hands? And I already have a lot of that shit, and a lot of it wouldn't even go on my skin, but I'd be like, but it's so pretty though. Isn't it pretty though? Like, we all get sucked in.
Yeah, I just feel this. I mean, I've definitely bought things because the packaging has drawn me in, but I can't really think of anything I bought specifically and only for the packaging. This release I don't really care much about. But I don't like the marketing photo. It's Beauty Bakery. It's the Butter Hydra Silk Primer, which looks like it's a primer.
Listen, I'm always going to say this.
Primer. It's a face primer. Oh.
Listen.
That's even weirder to me.
First of all, the fact that they have that looking like butter, and then they're like, it's a face primer. So listen. I don't like the idea. I'm like having difficulties because I'm just thinking, it's not the picture. It's thinking about putting butter on my face.
On your face. Yeah. Yeah.
Ooh, I got like a whole booty tingle. So anyways.
Yeah.
First of all, I have never used anything from Beauty Bakery. I think aside from like maybe a lip product that I may have received in a beauty box. What always keeps me from buying from them isn't even their foolishness outside of what like their actual brand. It's literally the childish packaging. I am a 40-year-old woman and all of their packaging is just, I'm sitting here like, I just can't. Like, I can't pull any of these products out and feel comfortable and confident. Like, that's my problem. Like, if I'm somewhere and I'm like, let me get my powder out, and it's like this ridiculous, I can't do it. I can't do it. I'm a grown up.
Welcome, Alex. Yeah, it's
buttermilk pie.
I think that I swore it was a lip balm, and then it wasn't until I just read it that I'm just like, oh.
Wait, so that's a face primer?
It is.
Why is it glowing like that, though? Oh, wow. That was not a good idea. That just looks...
and then they have the eggs.
They're stupid-ass eggs in the egg carton.
I mean, they're smart to finally release eggs in different tones instead of just... But I don't like it. It makes me feel gross. I thought it was a lip balm, and now I realize like it's a no. We're moving on.
Wait, this is my favorite thing. I'm all for childish packaging, and butter is my favorite fat, but not on my face.
Agreed.
I have said that in more times in my life than I care to admit. Just not on my face.
Yeah.
Yes. Just sit down, Beauty Bakery, and just be normal, like that normal. But just like stop making this weird packaging. I don't. Or you can love the
weird products. It's fine. Yeah, everyone can love what they love, but I think more of the fact is like it's a really weird packaging, and then it's also a fucking weird product.
Yeah, so, like I don't understand why you would make a primer and like why would you want that to be a stick?
Oh, and why would you market it that way?
Like of all the things that I don't want to be in stick formula, like I don't know, y'all know I don't like stick formulas, but of all the things I don't want to be in stick formula, it's going to be my primer. I do not want my primer in stick formula, period.
Yeah. And again, this is buying a product for the packaging versus for the actual performance of the product.
Yeah.
So I also don't buy, or if I would buy multiple sponges at once, I would buy the Shop Miss A ones that come in like a bag, and each one is individually wrapped, but they're in a bag. This Melt collection makes no sense. Besides, Legal and Lipstick said it earlier. Yes. They're recycling stacks.
They're stacks package. Yeah.
Okay, so this, if you don't know, there is a powder stack and a cream stack, and they are sold as stacks, not singularly. And the powder stack has four powders in it, and the cream stack has 5. Which also makes me twitch because I'm like, why wouldn't you? I don't like it.
I'm going to address this right quick, but that's because you were used to sticks on your face. I'm just kidding. Actually, so am I, but like, let's move on.
I was like, of all people to say that comment, I should be the one talking about people being used to sticks on their face because I'm not.
Right.
But I
just clown myself. Let's look at moving on. I don't understand these at all, though. I don't get it.
And I feel like the creams are gonna dry out really fast because the stacks are not sealed. They're just like they will slide open. What I've heard, like Melt. I've never actually bought a product from them. I have one thing that was decluttered to me. It's the Gemini Palette. The color story is cool. I like the greens, but I'm actually not that in love with it as a whole. I feel really torn on. They feel really inconsistent and kind of overly praised in underperformance.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah. And there we go into the gutter, as Toya said. So that's the thing is like this could be an interesting concept. If they had released like highlighters, blushes, bronzers, contours, whatever, in the stacks, and then you could build your own 4 stack or something, that would be super smart. But also the fact that they're not a makeup artist brand to me. And now they're releasing something that screams very makeup artist. And it just doesn't make any sense to me.
Here's the You know, Josh, I'm going to listen. I'm actually not going to hell because my goddess don't give a shit. But like, I'm just saying, she just needs my karma to be right when she needs it to be right. But I don't understand how this. How do I say this politely? I don't know what makeup artists that these brands are talking to that are using these kinds of things. I've never run into a makeup artist that has a kit set up like that before. When I've had my makeup done, when I was in school I never saw anybody who wanted it. Like, you want all your shit like easily accessible. That's why you lay it down, or you have your drawers
together. The forbidden dessert, forbidden pudding cup. You see, that's why I stopped on the powders and not the creams.
But yeah. I mean, I feel like there's this like idea that they keep coming up with and saying like pro MUAs, and everybody keeps acting like, but I've never seen this. And like, when I was in school for it, nobody had anything. Like, this wasn't an idea. You have your kit set up very specifically. Most people do, for like ease of use and like space saving and being able to like easily access everything quickly. And I don't feel like this little chain of circles does that for you. Like, I would rather just pull out my drawer and have the colors I need and be able to dig into those right quick and be like, bam, 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 look done, boom, go on about your business, bye. This doesn't seem like it. And like Thorne said, it's not enough product. Like, you would have to refill it. So like, this idea that they're like tricking people into thinking like, oh, a pro MUA would use this. And I'm like, no, they wouldn't.
and here's the thing is that like, to pull them out like this, or have them weirdly like stacked, like magnetized together, or being like, oh, well, you can just take out the one color you need. Yeah, this is why a lot of pro MUAs, at least from what I can see from my random research on the internet, like things that are like singles and magnetized. Because guess what? If you're working on one person and you have a bronzer, you just pull out the pan. I'm holding a fucking eyeshadow, obviously. But you pull out the pan and you have that one out. Like,
yeah.
Also, this, it just... Also, Floralisa, this, I kind of hate when people say this product is for pro MUAs, so why is it being sold to consumers instead of directly to pro MUAs? Because that's what I see. I see the stands, the brand stands being like, I mean, this is just for pro MUAs, so like, why are you even criticizing it? Like, they're just doing it for pro MUAs. It's like, they're selling it in Sephora. Fuck you.
Yeah, because I had like, and I think I might still have it, but I had like MUA access to Namies, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so that gave me like different discounts and whatnot. So the thing is, when you're going there and you're really looking at what they have for pro MUAs, it's none of this. Like, it's not this that's marketed for MUA. So it is, you're right, Kathleen, it is marketing, because like, it's very, nobody's out there. Because it's very much set up to kind of trick you to be like, oh, I'm an MUA if I use this. Like, I'm just like a pro MUA. And it's like, you're not, and that's okay. You don't have to be. You know, like, you don't have to be a pro MUA. Like, it's fine. It's fine to just be a makeup enthusiast, which apparently is MUE now. And I don't even like to use that abbreviation.
No, I'm just a person. I'm not using an abbreviation. Sorry.
No, it makes me feel uncomfortable.
This just is it's another example of like, I'm cool. I'm good to not be a melt consumer.
This took me all the way out.
You were like, what the fuck is going on?
Listen, I watched Lisa Rinna when she was on with, I can't remember if it was General Hospital or Days of Our Lives, but I think it was Days of Our Lives because she was Billy. She was Billy on Days of Our Lives. All right, this is how old I am. I used to watch Days of Our Lives every freaking day. She was Billy. I loved her until they replaced her with a new Billy, and I never liked that other Billy. Anyway, her lips are chemically engineered. That's fine.
Those are not naturally that way.
That is perfectly fine. But it's like, Billy, Lisa, knock, knock, 2016 called, and they want their lip kits back. Like,
so just in case, like, y'all actually want to know details, they are launching 3 lip kits. The Lip Icon Kit. You should just call it your plastic surgeon's kit, because, like, I'm confused. Anyway, in nude tones, $45 fucking each. I was gonna say, who the fuck are you? But you're Lisa Rinna, so okay. In birthday suit, legends only, and no apologies. And supposedly it's already available, actually. Like, but I'm so confused. Why do you not chemically engineered? The same haircut for like 2 decades now. Like,
oh, honey, she's had that face since that time. This is the same damn face. Because she has done a very good job of keeping the. She's done very well with her plastic surgery. I'm going to say that. But her lips are not. Those are not her lips. Like, because they weren't always like that. Space. So I don't care if you want to do, but you can't come out with lip products with fake lips. Like, you can't. That would be like me coming out with like some kind of fantastic ass gene, and I have no ass, y'all. I have no ass at all. I literally have like a long back. There's just an extra back. If I came out being like, these jeans are good for your like.
But this is the same. No, she's just learning. She's just learning from 2016 Kylie, because that's the same bullshit Kylie did. Kylie's lips are full of filler, and she sold billions in lip kits.
But remember, she lied though. She lied and she said, "This is how I get my lips like this," and then she came out and had to tell the truth.
But
after she made all that money,
children.
Yeah.
Whereas I'm not gonna say most adults. A lot of us adults were like, fuck off with your bullshit lies. Those are not natural. But because she framed it towards teenagers, basically children, like, then she finally came out and was like, oh, these are, my name is not Vinny. Yeah, it's just, no.
I'm also, so sorry. Like, if y'all see me looking to the side randomly, it's because Bo is sitting next to me and he's blowing ass on flooring, so it's echoing up at me and it's disturbing for me. So I apologize. Continue.
Just see what's next. Let's see what's next.
Her lips, like, she's just like, I'm so sorry. She's like, get my lip kit.
It's like I don't know. You can't even see me. But this fucking palette. So this is P. Louise doing a neutral palette. Trend Mood has the audacity to describe it as including nudes, plums, sienna. Like, what?
In the year of our Lord 2020, can we please stop making these humongous palettes? And I mean this for every makeup lover. For every makeup lover, we need to stop this madness. We have to stop this, because the reason that people stop wanting to buy makeup and eyeshadow palettes is, like, when you have that, why the fuck would you buy another neutral? Like, after, like, you're like, there's no reason to buy another neutral palette. I have all of them. I have from dusty to like less dusty.
Okay, and again, P. Louise, I guess started as a makeup academy. I don't know if the brand existed or the makeup academy existed first. What makeup artist is carrying this in their kit?
No one.
And if you haven't seen, and I don't know if this is going to be the same, but every other palette that P. Louise has released, it's not only big, they make them like really thick. They're like chests. So they're heavy. And yes, 90% of these are going to look the same.
Fact. That's another reason why I like small palettes, because with a small curated palette.
Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. I've got it all.
But with like a small curated palette, it's easier for you to get some depth and dimension. It's easier for you to have some fun with it. It's easier for each shade to look different on the eye. I feel like the bigger your palette, and never was this more clear than when my dumbass had all the Morphe palettes, but it was never more clear than when I had those, because they're just came up with was like, well, this brown is the same as this brown, is the same as this brown, is the same as this brown, is the same as this brown. Like they're all just gonna, like, it just becomes, you end up having to just take this palette, depot what you want, and chuck the rest, which is wasteful. And we don't want to be wastrels. So it's very, like, I don't, it's not my cup of tea. Obviously, that's me. It's not my cup of tea, but.
And I would agree with this. Still not as bad as Jeff's palette, but Legally Black Beauty makes another good point. Wait, I guess P. Louise has that in common with JSE. Both owners have said the N-word. Another reason why I just don't buy. I don't buy.
Ooh, speaking of such, wait a minute. I forgot. I do believe, so is this the one? Yes, this is my Kiko Milano lipstick. Which I'm going to go ahead and let this hoe bag go. You know why? No people with gap teeth are wanted in their modeling call, and neither are any ethnics. No ethnics, and I'm ethnic. And since they don't want to see an ethnic like myself, listen, the things I would actually do, but we're live on your channel, and I'm not going to be like a fucking.
Oh, you can do them, please. This is a perfect time to do them. It's not on your channel. Be the person you wish to be.
There we go.
Look what she did.
I just snapped that off, and I'm going to throw it the fuck away, because I don't care that I spent the money. You know what? Because I'm ethnic. I don't want to be seen in your piece of shit brand. It can kick rocks. I can kick fucking rocks, because that really pissed me off.
Isabel, ethnics, what? No, stop.
Yes. They're out in these streets doing casting calls for Caucasian and Mediterranean, which is tan
Kiko
Caucasian.
Milano. Kiko Milano. Which you can get it there, but yeah.
Yeah.
They release stuff that looks pretty, but that's a no. That's a no.
Yeah. I just want these brands to stop being dick faces. I just want to enjoy makeup. That's all I'm saying. Please just be nice. Can y'all just please be nice? That's all I want, is for y'all to be kind, so that I don't have to keep going through all this shit with your bullshit ass makeup. I bought one thing. Now it's trash.
Yeah. The burn book. Yes. I'm here for that. I said this because Audra told me about it earlier, and I was like, brands need to shut the fuck up, because I need to soothe shop.
Yeah.
I need to.
I want to buy things.
I'm being hyperbolic, but it's not a joke. I need to buy things. I like to buy makeup. Shut the fuck up and let me buy makeup. Don't show your ass.
My schedule this week is I have stuff from Trends that I'm trying to pick up, and I have the Shroud. That's all I want. The Butte Bean and Drench, and that's all I'm doing this week.
Very racialized. Very
exactly.
Racialized. Yeah. Mayo with olive oil.
Correct.
Okay. Speaking of mayo.
Oh God.
This is the Clinique Holiday Cheek Palette. Here's the thing I hate to say, is that this Clinique formula is actually pretty nice. So this has a highlighter and 2 blushes. I don't know if I would love a highlighter if it's similar to the blush formula, but that was the a pinky flower pot blush was one of the first more expensive blushes that I bought. And I actually went through it, but it took a long time, because they are some of the most firmly pressed blushes ever.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't think it fits my color because I've been fussing with this one and I cannot get any love out of it. I probably chose the wrong shade, but like it seemed
Which
pinky.
color is it? Oh, it looks nice on your
Peach
hand,
pop.
but
on my
yeah.
face it barely shined. And that was like I put a lot on to get it here. So I'm probably not gonna fuss with it. Like the formula is actually really, really nice. I do like the formula, but it's like boo hiss on the rest.
Yeah,
I
don't kind of understand how they're still in business. I feel like their cheek pops carried them in the last couple of years.
It's
but
my mom. Sorry.
Yeah, and that's the thing about like I know the formula is nice, but Thorne says cheek pops have no pigment and they look better as a flower. I don't know. I was able to get pigment with the one I had, but I'm also very pale, and I bought one of the brightest colors. So yeah,
it was not for me. I'm sad. Like the hype got a hold of me.
Oh, and then these swatches don't look.
They don't look photoshopped at all.
Not totally fake at all.
Those are real. Oh my God. This infuriated me when you showed this to me because I was so confused. Remember, I had to leave. I had to leave our Marco Polo for a while.
You were so angry. And I was like, I didn't expect you to.
Because I was confused. I was like, I don't understand. I don't like, because there's basically the cover effects.
I just want to say,
Stephanie,
so Clinique, I've heard, actually has really unpigmented lipsticks from Toya, who's in chat right now. So I don't trust them. Okay, but Makeup Revolution in this, I fucking love the Cover FX blush duos. If somebody came out with a low price like dupe of them that actually matched the two formulas, I would buy them. I don't trust Makeup Revolution. I don't understand is it a matte highlighter and a shiny highlighter? Why do you need a bronzer that's shiny? I don't get it.
I am confused.
Yeah.
If it was just like all three blushes that were supposed to be like the cover, I would get it. But they're like, no, it's also bronzer. And I'm like, I don't understand what you mean. Please explain to me what you are doing because I am confused. No.
No. I hate it. I hate it. So, and like, they even try to tie me in with this like stupid sparkly exterior packaging where I'm like, oh, that is pretty. And I'm like, no, stop.
I know the magpie gets a hold of you. You're like, pretty sparkles. Then you have to like grab yourself back and be like, hold up. Wait a minute.
I mean, I would be curious to see how they actually perform from a real person.
Oh, yeah. I'm probably going to like, get that weird ass dark one in the middle because obviously it's for us darkies. So like.
But like my love for the Cover FX blush duos is strong, and I like a lot of blushes. And this just, I don't get it. I don't get it.
One of my favorite blushes I have on right now because I was like, oh, let me go back and fuck with that. It's the Steve Laurent. Like, I don't even know what they make. I don't even know what Steve Laurent makes.
Where to even get that brand.
But like I don't know. I got it in a beauty box and I have fucked with this blush for like I gouged it.
Gorgeous color.
And it's so fucking beautiful and so pigmented. I don't know. So like I need to figure out more about the Steve Laurent brand. Sir, I need you to back the fuck up off of me because you are breathing too hard on me. Go on.
Okay. So the current trend, and I feel like indie makeup. So the water activated liners were kind of the trend over the last couple of months, but now there's palettes full of water activated liners. These are from Suva Beauty. So there's a brights one and a more pastel one. These designs that they've done are Photoshop the fuck on.
No.
I was like,
I know.
Why? You could have collaborated with an influencer, paid them. Like,
they could have done so many things.
Okay, that just made me upset. I bought a bunch of pastel water activated liners that are like solo before I knew that this thing was happening. And it's kind of weird to see Suva, who's been doing water activated liners for a long time, be like late to this trend. because I feel like they set the trend.
I know, because I swear to you, I have a Suva eyeliner somewhere here, right here.
They've literally been doing it before I knew of anyone else doing it.
Yes, I got this a long time ago in a beauty box. And at first I was like, I don't know how this fucking works. This is actually what taught me like to get like really intense with my liner game, because they had this cake eyeliner, their matte Hydra, and this is in Greece. I had this for years. I still use it because like, I mean, how could, like, there's barely any dent in it. Like I'm going to keep messing with it. But since it's water activated, like whatever. But like I got this, I feel like it had to be 2018.
Yeah.
Like,
and so that's the perk of the water. No, but the water activated liners, they are meant to be kept for a long, long time because they dry out. As long as you let them dry out every time you use them.
Yeah.
It's just, and also Suva, as the chat has been talking about it, does have a history of anti-Indigenous behavior and not really apologizing well for it. So you could check out Midas. Midas Cosmetics has a pastel and a vibrant palette. I've seen Glisten Cosmetics, I think, is bringing one out. Clara Psyche. There's a bunch of brands doing it. The thing that you have to remember, I've talked about this in other Hyper Vibes or live streams.
Good luck, Thorn. Sorry.
Good night, Thorn. Oh, good luck. Let me know if you need anything. For real. I know how stressful I can be. I don't know if you can use them with Duraline, but like, but they're not for your waterline. They're not for a watery part of your eye because you activate them with water, which means they will melt with water.
Yeah.
Yeah. The reason, so I would say they probably are meant to be mixed. The thing I didn't like about Midas is that both palettes had a white and a black, and I felt like that was...
Like, I get why they did it, though.
Yeah, I do, too.
Because if you only wanted one of them...
Oh, yeah, this was it. They got called out for using the term spirit animal. Double down on that one.
Yeah, there's a lot of people still using that, and they have to stop, because, like...
Again, this is when I'm like, brand, shut up, please. Shut up. But just know.
Yeah, because I was stupid enough. I used to use the term. I didn't realize that it was offensive. You know, there's a lot of stuff that you don't realize is offensive. But if somebody tells me now, I don't even like really ask any questions because I had a whole situation. And now I'm just like, okay. And I just move on because I was like, I'm sorry that I asked any questions and tried to understand. Fine. But yeah.
But I would just say, like, if you want to try water activated liners, I actually think the palettes are a better decision than having a bunch of little pots. And if I could go back and change it, I would buy a palette. But because I have the pastel ones in pots, I don't want a double purchase. So I'm just like letting it be. But I think there's lots of nice. Courtney has been using the Midas water activated liners and been loving them. But
also, Courtney, you are going to love my sweater when it comes.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I think they're meant to be mixed, but Deja made a good point of if there's no white or no black, you can't take these colors further.
I mean, you can make brown.
Yeah.
I don't know why I said that out loud.
Oh, but you're right. You can make brown. You can make, and even the bright colors. Like, I think if they put, like, I don't know, there's things they could have done. I don't think these are the best. So anyway, we can move on from.
Yeah.
This is just a quick one. Kimchi Chic Beauty is doing highlighters that look, they have the cute heart packaging that's very reminiscent of Too Faced from years ago. Yeah. And split pan highlighters. I
mean, the packaging is so cute, but then it's like, what's inside is.
Yeah. They're a brand that I'm like, I kind of want to try them. And then everything they release, I'm like, okay, I'm good.
Yes.
Oh, God.
Oh, God. We have finally arrived to my nemesis.
Nemesis.
Dragon Beauty. Okay. That was a well-timed burp.
That was.
I hate everything about this. Okay, here's the thing. what I am trying to understand, and I need somebody, like, whether you are here live or you are in the comments, we need somebody to tell us if people who are either transitioning or drag queens, are y'all still color correcting? And I want to know, because I feel like overall the beauty community as a whole is like, we're not really doing color correction. Are we? Are we still doing it? We're just like you're just learning to like bronzer and blush and all of these things you use to like actually help you out, and like you change the shade of the concealer that you're getting. So, so like, my question is, because that's what her claims are. Her claims are for that.
Well, that was, I don't know if that's specific. That was my perspective on it, was I didn't know if color correctors were still important, because like for people that are transitioning, if it's still.
But I think she said that with her last like ugly orange one.
With her first release, yeah. Okay, Thorne said, I'm here, I'm trans. I don't color correct, Jack. My face and sunscreen and concealer only. Your face is also like, sunscreen makes beautiful. A difference, y'all. Sunscreen makes a difference. If you've never learned that, just know. Yeah, like, I don't understand how they're still in existence.
Dragon Beauty is the most confusing brand I have literally ever seen next to House Labs, but this is so confusing. Yeah, because like they just release random hodgepodge ass products. It's like they're like, oh, here, would you like a fucking dragon egg filled with bullshit? It like feels like it's just like a child surprise.
Nikita,
stream over. Because like I don't color correct either, so like I have some very, and you see me without makeup, so you know, like I have some very deep dark purple here, and I just learned like to use a concealer that was the right shade, and then like use a little bit of like my bronzer under here. If it's a little too bright or whatever, I just use a little bit of my bronzer and be like, pow. And to each their own, but I'm just trying to figure out like why we have brand new color corrected, because we have like LA Girl has all the shit, you know, like they already have all the shit.
Also, Gabby, your opinion is valid. We weren't saying only trans people can talk about it. It was just the perspective of like,
yes,
is that the target audience? I like a brightening pinky, like pale pink color corrector. That's one of the few things that I found that will help brighten up my under eyes. And then I'll put a concealer on top of that, because sometimes even if it's a fuller coverage concealer, it still doesn't like block out the purpliness of the under eyes. And I can see how, like, I can see for some people how it would actually be helpful. And I don't know if I would go for a primer more than I would go for a color corrector, because for a lot of people, they're not color correcting their whole face. Correct. It's like if your cheeks are more red because you have rosacea or something, you might put a slightly more green tone, really lightweight, like color corrector, or under eyes or chin area. But yeah.
Like, Emily, you saw how bright this concealer is that I'm actually wearing right now. But on my face, when I commit, you can't actually, I use bronzer and shit to like get that back under control. Cause I'm like, I got to use this concealer and I wanted to see if I still like it, which actually I do. I just need to change the shade.
Yeah.
So I feel like you can actually do a lot of your color correcting with the concealer. And if you really want to color correct, then LA Girl has you covered. There's no need to spend $25 fucking on this. And then the other reason, like right quickly, just to go back to what you were saying, was like the reason that we brought this up, and Emily addressed this earlier, I just want to make sure that it's clear, is because previously with the orange, that horrible orange that she came out with as a color corrector, she stated that was for people who were transitioning. So we were assuming that goes with this as well. So we're not being shitty people. We're just asking questions to make sure that we understand. Because I'm going to, like, for me, I'm going to say, I don't color correct. I don't know a lot of people who do. People who do, you do, you do, you boo. But I was just curious as to why there was a need for a new color corrector at $25.
Yeah. I mean, and what I wanted to say is like, you can buy whatever the fuck you want. I don't think that only being like, well, LA Girl has you covered. Like, not to hate on that, but like, buy it from NARS, buy it from fucking, I don't know, Givenchy. I don't care. Like, buy it wherever you want.
Yeah.
I just generally don't think Dragon Beauty needs to exist.
Yeah.
Period. So that's where the
it.
judgment comes from. And I think like the orange, because I remember when she released that first one, it was a really deep orange. And I remember her talking about like your beard area, basically.
Yeah.
And so in some ways, I actually do kind of understand it, because I see that she's now released a lighter orange, which would probably be more realistic for lighter skin tones.
Bitch, I'm 40 and I got like an old lady beard. And I like I don't need to color correct it. I just need to shave it.
Yeah. So I just think that there's like I think there might still be people buying color correctors. I just don't care to see Dragon Beauty release anything ever. Yeah. So, I just the 5 o'clock shadow. So it's not even just trans. It's like if you're a drag queen, if you're and even if you're a woman, a lot of like if you were born a woman, sorry, I'm trying to figure out how to word this. You might still have 5 o'clock shadows.
Yeah.
Like, it's not just men or trans women who have that. Like, a lot
women do too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I went to middle school with a girl who had a beard, and like, it was hard for her. I was friends with her. She was mean as fuck to me. And I realized later that maybe she was mean because people made fun of her because she had a beard. But I didn't care about her beard. I cared about her as a person. This sounds like a really fucked up story the way that I'm telling it. The point is,
what I'm saying is,
care about her beard.
Even without a full beard, sometimes the like hair that you have there can create a different color.
Yeah.
Like I think about how Jackie Aina color corrects around her mouth.
Yeah.
Like it's not obviously 5 o'clock shadow, but I feel like there's things happening there. So I'm not completely anti color corrector, but I don't understand how Dragon
in a specific way. Like I use brighteners and things like that because like I got an old lady mustache. I got beard hair here. Today I had one of them cheek hairs, but like I think he held on to his dookie, and I'm gonna have to take him right to the side to dookie right quick, and I will be right back. I'm so sorry. He's got a dump truck.
Shall I save Wallace for you? I'll just
Yes, I'm so sorry. I'm gonna take it because I feel like he's got to go super bad, so he'll just go out to the side and just drop that shit, like literally, and then I will scoop it up and be right back. I'm so sorry, everyone.
Oh, I still haven't tried any of the AJ Crimson products. I think because they're in compacts, are they? I don't know. I could be talking to my ass. Yeah, I mean that's why. Like as we were talking it through, I was like, I understand using color correctors because, like I said, it's the color. It's the Becca, the brightening one is the one I use here and there, but I think it's more of the Dragon Beauty of it all that makes me feel like I don't care. Leave me alone. Fox fur. Ooh. I have not tried. So Flora Lisa is asking, has anyone tried Alter Ego? I have not tried Alter Ego. I actually had a palette that was passed on to me from an acquaintance, from a friend, Decluttered, but it was the Natasha Denona Gold palette version, which I then actually passed on to Audra because I already had the gold palette from Natasha Denona because I'm a monster. So I didn't want to use it and like put my fingers into it if I didn't actually need it. So we can ask Audra when she gets back if she has any thoughts. Peach Fuzz is cute. And this really Legal Lipstick is saying it best. If Nikita wasn't such a piece of shit, I'd try the dark orange because there's a shortage of those colors out there. That's what I felt when I saw it being released, is that there was a lot of people saying like, I don't want to give her money. But it's like if the formula is good, it's actually not a terrible release. Go. Or not. I don't know. Faye likes Alter Ego. Okay. the Goddess palette and really like it. Oh, Rachel Joy, this is it. Rachel Joy said, I'm waiting for Alter Ego to release a dupe of the Natasha Denona Love palette. That is it. I almost bought their Metropolis dupe, and then it was still too early in the summer, and I was like, I'll wait to see if I want the if I still want it in the fall. And by now I've realized like I have those colors, and yeah, so I decided I'm not gonna get it. So much happening in the chat. Y'all are awesome. Mina really likes Goddess and Artemis. That's good to hear. Yes, go do the things and be great. Oh, that's interesting. I also have a mustache, but I have dark hair on dark skin. There is nothing wrong with liking a neutral palette. Krista said that Krista's curious about the dupe of the Biba palette. I feel like I heard good things, but I don't know. And Leary has the Daydream palette and a brush set and likes them both. I don't know who you are, so you're going by. Faye said, I like whichever palettes from Alter Ego that do Puda Beauty, New Nude, and then Shashanona Gold. Yes, so I'm just going to start. I'll start early. So this is Lawless. This is the eyeshadow palette is new. Is that it? Maybe that's it. I don't want it. And I don't have any interest in the brand. And yeah, I don't I don't care. I feel like I've seen a lot of things named Daisy. Now that I can't think of anything. But do they have a Daisy? Oh, okay. All baby Daisy inspired. That's where that comes from. While pregnant, Annie was so inspired by the things girly, she created 2 new items for the Lawless for the line dedicated to her. The lipstick and the eyeshadow palette. I just I don't care. I don't care. So wait, I'm trying to find. Is the Dreamy 2? I think that's the one that's like the last 12 pan they released, right?
I told you it'd be quick. I'm so sorry. That was pretty intense. Wow. I forgot he ate my garlic bread from dinner, so that contributed. Because like normally I'll let him like just sit there for a little bit and let it, because like, but I'm gone for an 8-hour day, like whatever. However, he looked like he had shit like in his eyes, like he was like,
and I was like, pushing out because
his eyes were bugging. So I was like, this is a different situation. So I took him out. So thank all of you for being patient.
And you came. So I had just started talking about, well, I just hit myself in the face. I know, y'all. I haven't been drinking tonight. I'm just that klutzy. Oh, that's better. Okay, sorry. I had to also crack my arm. Between Irene and Rachel Joy, you walked into a great moment. Rachel Joy, Lawless is the brand version of a 35-year-old suburban housewife who thinks doing it doggy style once in a while is living on the edge.
I'm living on the edge.
And then Irene said, Lawless doesn't look like it has any interest in me. So
yeah, they have like a foundation. That's all. That's all.
Yeah, and also, I'm going to admit, I don't want kids. I don't really care about your pregnancies.
True.
So I extra don't really care about a collection inspired by your new daughter. I'm sorry, I'm a terrible person.
You're not a terrible person. You're being honest. There's nothing wrong with being honest about it. You're
but like,
pshaw.
and also, so there are brands out there where I'm like, I get that this is a new palette for your collection. Who the fuck doesn't already have this? Allie.
I love that everybody says low rent with me because that just makes me feel good. Like, makes me feel like less of a mean ass bitch, because I am a mean ass bitch. But like, it does look like low rent Charlotte Tilbury.
It does, especially with this packaging. I mean, this looks like probably just some random cardboard packaging.
I feel like the commercial went like this. Are you white? No, I mean really white. Then this is for you. Do you have almost no pigment in any part of your skin? This is for you. This is going to make you look like a basic bitch. Do you have Starbucks? Pumpkin spice latte? This is for you.
And then it like twitches because it's a robot and it's come out of sync for a moment. So you're like, just pumpkin spice, pumpkin.
It's like flawless because we're against the law, but the law is us. Like, I don't even know.
To me, the more I look at it, it's low rent Charlotte Tilbury mixed with low rent Viseart, because Viseart has been doing those small palettes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I just it's we're gonna just
yes, Panther, they did. I had that palette and I decluttered it.
Oh yeah, I mean, but that's the thing, is that palette has been out there so many different times. Like, it's just not okay. So now we have Alicia Keys skincare or soul care. Wait, what are you using your shit to? Sorry, it was loud.
I'll never that.
Deja, this is the makeup version of that wasp impersonating woman on TikTok.
I cannot deal with this right now. Y'all are messing with me. Y'all are messing with my emotions. Listen, when is this coming out? Because I want to buy it and have good skin. Like, I don't know, right? Like, I have good skin already. I know. Listen, to be fair, I did have a whole mountain of whiteheads that grew right here and on my chin. So.
I don't know if it's come out yet. I know you mentioned that.
It's gonna. 2021, bitches, why are you showing it to me then? I'm so annoyed by these like teasers. I'm like, it's October. Unless it's coming out in November, I don't want to see this shit.
Okay, so it says the first launch will include a signature sage and oat milk candle and 2 skincare products. We'll get a preview for holiday, followed by the full collection featuring a line of clean, cruelty-free, dermatologist-developed products slated to include skincare, body care, and more.
I don't believe in clean beauty, BT dubs.
Yep. Yeah.
I don't believe in that. That is weird. That is weird phrasing. I don't like the word clean. I don't like the words natural, because like my fart is natural. My earwax is natural. My spit is natural. You know, my poop, that is natural. Like all of these are natural things. Like the crusty, like the dust mites, you have little mites living on your skin. Sorry if that bothers you, but they help you out. That's natural. Like my ashy skin, like when it's ashy and that's natural. Like that's all dead skin. All of that's natural. So like I don't like using those terms. I still want this. I'm not saying anything against her. I'm saying I want everybody to stop using clean as a marketing technique, because like even before James Welsh was saying this, there's science put into this. And there's nothing wrong with science.
Oh yeah.
There's so
he
much
was
science put into
definitely
this thing.
not the person saying that. I'm not downing him, but like people have been ranting against this for a long time, in my opinion. And I feel like clean beauty is code for both. To me, it's less about I will expire soon. It's that aesthetic minimalism we were talking about 2 days ago. And it's that I'm gonna charge you $100 for a product that will only have 2 months shelf life. And somebody else would probably charge you, even a fancy brand would charge you $50 and it would last for a year. But I also think that Kathleen like hit something that really, I feel, the way this brand is promoting itself bothers me. Like, feed your soul by buying our stuff.
I know. Listen, my soul is doing quite well because I random acts of kindness, and I try to just be a fucking good person as much as humanly possible. So like, using your skincare isn't going to change that. But like,
yeah, it's just, I just think that it feels weird, and it's like, wait, Deja said something, but where is it? Why is it not in chat?
Did Deja delete it?
No. And also, clean is not a regulated term.
Correct.
So
clean has no regulations.
Yeah.
Like it really doesn't. Like, I could literally make any product right now and tell you it's clean beauty, but there's no regulations on what the fuck clean is. There's actually no regulations on what natural is, because, fun fact, the majority of this stuff is natural. Like, the majority of the ingredients are natural. So it's like, what do you mean natural? Because science still put all this shit together. So I'm confused. Like, unless you're just telling me to rub my face with a piece of tree bark, which don't do that, but like, then I don't know what you mean, because science makes all of these things happen. So let's stop using clean and natural as like things to make you think that you should get it because it's clean and or natural. It's all natural.
Yeah.
It all comes from nature. Like,
also, I don't know why I can't physically find it on StreamYard, but I saw Deja's comment.
What did she say?
Dick cheese is natural.
Thank you. It is.
It's like that. I don't want to put that on me either. Oh my goodness. People are already doing this, Krista. They are already doing it.
And they're like, put it on your face. Like, this is the special mud that comes from like that would be me saying that, like, this is special mud made from the happiness of my pit bull. It's a shit.
Exactly.
It's like, natural. Put it on your face.
So it's like, of all of the kind of like celebrity brands that I might see being launched, like this one, I was going to say it felt the least gimmicky, but I'm changing my feeling on that. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, they're all gimmicky. Rare Beauty was gimmicky. Fenty has a gimmick now. Kylie, obviously.
Yeah. So,
but like, yeah.
Oh, this is just a little. So this is from M Cosmetics, which is EMME. There's also an EM Cosmetics, but this is a new palette they're doing in a light to medium and then a medium version.
Did I just growl at y'all?
You did.
Okay. I was hoping y'all wouldn't hear it, but I realized like it was getting barely.
Also, Deja should never be stopped. Okay.
Fact.
So M Cosmetics is one of those indie brands that I've actually heard really good things about, both their matte formulas and their shimmer formulas, but I haven't tried any of them, and they are Canadian. They're a Canadian brand. So they do singles. So if this is like a singles bundle or a palette with like that's depotable, I don't know, I think it's a pretty arrangement. I don't know if I would actually buy it, but
here's a fun fact. That brown, and y'all know I'm a colorful ass bitch, but there's something about that brown that looks like I could make danger. So I'm kind of, because
like
it looks like that
deep
matte brown plus the shimmery brown.
That middle brown that has like a bit of a greeny, like on the deep side, the medium to deep side, the one that's right above the blue shimmer. It has like a teeny tiny like shift to it.
Yes.
I feel like that's really pretty. So I just thought it was pretty. I know that they're kind of a slow moving brand. Like sometimes they have to like close their shop and all of that, but bleh, bleh.
That reminds me of Eric Nies from, remember MTV Real World?
Yeah.
And he used to use his own urine for his skin and his hair. Now, his hair was quite luscious and his skin was clear. I can't.
I'm good. I'm good.
I mean, I'm not putting my own piss on my face. I'm just saying, like, that was his thing. I'll pee on my feet in the shower like a normal person, but like I am not.
I like this offer, Kathleen. Kathleen, I'm on the north side of the border, Audra. Just say the word. But yeah, I don't want to think about that. And yes, Amy Loves Makeup has single-handedly made me even more interested in Cosmetics. Ooh, their mattes are like butter. Plus pigmented. It's still neutral with a pop of blue. That's why I probably won't buy it, because it's not my color story. But it's like warm, neutral, and blue together. So
the thing I want like
Isabel!
1, 2, 3, 4, and then skip that middle shade. 5, 6, then skip 7, and then 8. That's what I want.
Yeah.
I want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and then what did I do? 1, 2, 3, 4. Skip
not 5.
I want 6 and 7. Skip 8, and then I want 9. Boom.
Yeah.
Boom.
And because they do singles, you can probably buy it like that. So that's the other thing that's nice. Like I'm looking at some of these and I'm like, okay, I might pick up that yellow just to have that yellow. And like it might spur me on to put in an order finally, is what I'm gonna say. Well, speaking of another indie brand, this is Midas Cosmetics, and they are doing 2 different pastel palettes. So if I don't like, when I first looked at this image, I didn't actually catch that they were 2 different color stories, and then I looked again and I was like, oh, because they've done it so that they're 2 different palettes for more skin tones, kind of what like Cosmetics and other brands are doing. So I think that's pretty smart.
It is.
I do think that they're a little late, and I know that probably COVID had set things back. Like it. Yeah. So I'm probably not going to buy it, but they also are releasing more glosses and other things. So, and they collaborated. Y'all heard, the chat is killing me with the like.
I know.
There's pee in my skincare. I've actually heard urea is great for skincare.
It's supposed to be really good for acne, like when you get flare-ups. Because what's better for you than you?
Oh, the way you put that was not what I was expecting you to say. Can I just say it made me really happy that they work with Laura and Elise for this, for the palette release. I was like, she's amazing.
You know, I went to her Instagram and I cannot handle how beautiful she is, like all day, every day. And I'm just like, teach me your ways of beauty, because I'm a monster.
So those are the glosses. But yeah, like this picture, I was just like, if you don't know, her Laura_Elise is the account. Absolutely stunning, amazing, talented human being.
She's really beautiful. I just went through these, and like that's what I was doing, is I was going through these, and I was like,
So
I want to be pretty, but I'm like, I mean, I'm pretty, but like still.
But there's different, like when you see somebody and you're just like, my life.
I'm a regular bitch pretty, and she's like otherworldly pretty.
Yes, that's otherworldly, exactly. So I don't think I'm gonna buy either of the Midas palettes, but I love that they were working with, or at least for it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, I'm sorry if that upset anybody. My intense hissing. but my hatred for this is so high. The nerve, the gall, the audacity.
I want to ask, do y'all know what this is? It's a new release from Scott Barnes, but have you heard anything about it?
The man must be sniffing his own farts.
Oh, he definitely is. And I was about to say something else he's doing, and I'm just like, I don't know that, so I'm not going to say that. Yes! I was like, he's sniffing his own farts and sucking his own dick. This palette is $120.
$120.
Also, he's a fucking Trumper, so yeah, okay.
Ew. Why? I thought it was a female.
It's just.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm trying to see if he has a still photo. Why can't you give me a fucking still photo?
It's horrendous.
Okay, that's good enough. Alex! You know what? Okay, you have Natasha Denona Glam. You have. I'm not even going to say that ashy palette from the brand that we already talked about earlier. Yeah. $120.
I'm sorry, Sarah.
I'm sorry. Oh my goodness. Okay, my apologies. Yeah, he doesn't have a still photo to save. Okay, no, that's a video. No, I don't need to. Okay, we're just gonna do that.
Y'all, listen. I was already not into any of Scott Barnes' releases, and I know a lot of people have been out there stumping for it, and they're on that mark. They're on the Scott Barnes tip. I was never on the Scott Barnes tip. This is just unreasonable. Yeah. 120 doll hairs for 6 boring ass shades. And I don't know why they keep I've seen it on his site. You can see it on his site.
I'm trying to change the screen to that, and my computer is deciding instead it's going to not do that and stick y'all with the video again, which I was trying to.
Here, I'll put both of us here while you fix that.
That's better.
Did the makeup palette knock on the door to ask for 10 minutes to speak about our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ? When I tell you that when Emily showed this to me prior to us doing this, because we try to be prepared, right? I was immediately offended. And I told her so. Angry. And I ended a polo because I was like, I am offended and I'm leaving right now. Like, what is happening here? What are we doing? Yes, that was Jennifer Lopez's makeup. But here's the thing. We have to remember this. Just because somebody was like a makeup artist for somebody, like they don't do it forever.
No. He's done multiple videos with Tati, which is another thing. Whatever.
Yeah, and he creeped me out there. That's when I found out he was creepy. I was like, oh, if I had never seen this man, I probably maybe I would have been slightly interested in his products. But because he gave me like Gacy vibes, I decided not to.
You know what was the funniest thing? It's my channel. I will say it. I will own it. He gave me vibes of I will never leave a drink alone with him. And having a conversation with multiple other creators and women that have seen videos with him, like offline, and being like, yes, I felt the same way. I was just like, okay, I'm not alone.
Like that's why I said I'm like the gall, the audacity. This is $120. $120. Y'all, if you want, like, you could get that Natasha Denona Glam palette for $65, right?
Yeah.
Why?
You can get like a gorgeous dimensional Pat McGrath palette for the same price, for $125. You could get
like the Christian Dior one that I liked. It's $62, I think. 62, and it's a quad.
Yeah.
It's a quad.
Also, I would strap the fuck on to slap him around with what Honey said. There we go. Okay.
I am offended to the highest degree that he would come out here, look me in my face, in my black face, and look some of y'all in your white faces and your tan faces and your olive skin tones, and he would say to you from atop a mountain of lies that this is worth $120.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. That was a lot of intensity for this. Like, I hate this palette so much. I'm so sorry.
And I hate the descriptions. He has like application things. Okay, the fucker doesn't even have swatches.
No
Your pictures, the only pictures are just of the pans and of these stupid packaging, the Panther packaging. And the Panther's not even on the palette. It's just a fucking box. But like, in order to create this feline shape, blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, I don't know, it just makes me want to gag and like also be really angry.
Go to the description though, because that's Scott's feline eye. Go to the description. Did you read what he put there?
Oh no.
You've never smoldered like this. Meet Mesmerize, my limited edition palette of show-stopping, ultra-luxe, black and metallic multi-purpose shadows. The innovative formula gives the effect of molten liquid. Does it get any sexier than that? Row. The row is implied.
Can I tell you also the in the second paragraph talking about my personal favorite is the Panther Hue, which is a wet shadow formula that feels like putty, is totally exclusive to scottbarnes.com, and the ultimate chic noir shade. You've made a super shock shadow.
Ooh, this is a hard burn. We are burning Scott Burns. Like, oh my God.
Thank you, Heather. Yes, these descriptions are worse than the Kardashian perfume notes.
It's insane.
A lot less money to make these basic fucking gold shimmer eye, neutral shiny eye, and a black smoky eye with some shine. What the fuck? How dare you charge me $120 for this? Also, that made me laugh and also made my body like want to like invert itself.
Ouch! Okay.
It burns.
Stop it! Stop it! I'm like,
Magnolia, if it's limited edition, does that mean it'll go away? Please.
I have literally never been so offended in my life by a palette. Like, I can't remember. Like, this to me is like, it's almost more offensive than the ORGY palette. Like, I just can't.
There's a lot more audacity, a lot more, like, in my opinion, even more disgusting, misogynistic energy. Blah.
This is that shit way. This is why people start getting mad at men in makeup, right? Because like most of the time we should be like, yeah, be welcoming. And then we see men in makeup be doing this shit. And we're like, no.
Like, you get the fuck out of my space. Like, I will turn into an animal.
Like, I can't. There is literally a Black Panther. Let that sink in. A Black Panther on the box. Like, this is what he's bringing to the beauty community, to the beauty industry. So you know how, and like, if you've ever gone back and watched like a 90s action film, all right? And all explosions sounded like this. Wow! Wow! Like, I don't know why they had a weird cat sound.
Sex Panther! With the weird cat sounds, yes.
That's what I'm telling you. You go back and watch an old school, like an 80s, 90s action film, and I shit you not, you will hear like a weird cat sound for explosions. I don't know who decided that explosions sounded like panthers and tigers, but they were always like, "Row!" And you're like, what the fuck? Like I've done this. I've been watching, I'm like, what in the fuck? Why didn't I notice that back then? But now I notice that because it's so noticeable. I just don't.
Me makeup for masculine men, totally not womanly. Saws, drills, cars, rawr. Okay.
It does.
Magnolia, you're right. It's literally predatory makeup. Okay.
Panther knows what I'm talking about. Yeah, we're done. We're done. But yeah, Panther didn't know what I was talking about. She's like, yes, it's true. Like there was literally, if you go watch those movies, you watch like Tango and Cat. Like I don't know who decided that, but every single time, yes, Sarah, because there is a weird like panther cat noise in every explosion, and no one knows why.
Oh.
Wait, I'm looking.
Oh wait, she breasted bobble. Oh, I love that.
I'm looking for it. I'm looking for it.
Of like how men write about women.
Because it's too far.
Wait, I'm gonna try to find it on my phone.
Oh my god. Oh, I'm so sorry. Acid cat smell. Yeah, I mean, like, and I didn't honestly because listen, I like two genres are my most favorite genre of all time to watch, and it's gonna be action and it's gonna be horror. I didn't say them in the right order, which is actually horror then action, because I didn't want people to get like turned off. But like I like horror and action. And I like action because it's ridiculous and I don't have to really think about it most of the time. And I can just be like, yeah, fuck some shit up, blow things up, whoa. But I started to notice that noise because I was like watching old action films and I was like, who made that choice?
Of course, Deja's comment on point again. He writes like how dudes write women in literature. She breasted boobily across the titty with the ginormous globular pumpkins. She breasted boobily across the titty with her ginormous globular pumpkins. Like, that's how men write women in literature.
They really do. Like, literally, if men were allowed to keep writing women the way that they do, all women do is show up like this.
I can't tell what the palette smells like.
Like, we're always just heavily breathing and our boobs are heaving. We're just like, I'm like, why? Are we just all out of breath? Like, apparently.
Do we all need to run places? Because fuck you, I don't run anywhere.
I don't like to run unless I'm being chased or I can't sleep. In which case, I will run a little bit. I like that this is in the shape of coffins, and that's all I can say right now. I just like that
the
it's
swatches are, but not the pans.
I know, they should have done that.
I know. It's an indie brand called Clashes Cosmetics. Oh, no. Clashes Cosmetics maybe and the Indie Eye. It's a collaboration. It's like a Inner Darkness palette is what it's called. The cover looks pretty cool. Yeah. I'm not going to buy it, but I just thought it was cool to see another.
I like that it's dark, but I think here's the thing that people forget when they're making these dark palettes is that you need a blue. And I know people be like, pop a blue, but you do. You need like a dark, mysterious blue that has some shimmer to it. You need a dark blue shimmer. Because that gives it like that extra grungy, gothy, like I'm in the darkness, I might suck your blood.
I think, or just like, even like a metal, just something that's like a deep, like a night sky, like the dark, like blackened or blue black, but like also the swatches and the colors look very similar, like these plummy purpley tones that are like swatched out. So it's just not quite like what
I'm actually
looking for.
Irene, I'm actually into it too. I do wish that like the plummy tones because I'm worried that on my skin tone, they're all going to kind of be the same, but I am kind of into it. I kind of dig it. And if I could wear lashes, your girl would be wearing lashes.
Yeah.
But I can't wear lashes. Ooh, that's a prettier picture.
I mean, it is pretty cool to see color stories like that, like hit in different places. So that's cool.
And here's the thing. I'm one of those people that kind of, I'm boring. So I like my color story to kind of group the same colors together because, and this is why I like it. I like it because if you group the same colors together, it allows me to be more creative because I'm like, these are my greens over here. These are my yellows. Because like, even when I get my palettes and like, I get my singles and I put them all in the palette, I group them by color because then I'm just like, I'm going to do this, this, and this, this. So yeah. But that picture makes it look.
I know. I don't know this brand, so I don't know anything about the quality. But again, it's just like when you see a palette that you're like, ooh, I like what you're doing there. I see it. But I do think I kind of feel like for me, there's not no depth, but I think that's my thing with like a darker palette is I still want a little bit more dimension. And what I see here that is dimension, I'm not super excited by.
Yeah.
But let's see what else do we say? There's
honestly like I would, if I'm honest, I would probably buy that. I would say I would probably buy it and see what happens.
I think it might be out already.
If I was gonna buy a palette,
it's better than this shit.
What in the fuck is that?
Oh, you haven't seen the Makeup Revolution Nightmare Before Christmas? And they released like more marketing photos.
I need you to understand that there are genuine tears welling up in my eyes because how dare they deface the Pumpkin King like this? Look at my eyes. I am not fucking kidding.
You're not kidding.
I am upset. There is like a rage. There is a rage. How dare you? The Pumpkin King is sacred.
Yeah.
It's not the Pumpkin King.
I just hate seeing Makeup Revolution. Honestly, Makeup Revolution and ColourPop should not be allowed to collab with anyone. Like, that's my feeling on it because they never do it right. They never do.
They took one of my favorite things that gives me joy during spooky season, and also during the holidays when everybody else is celebrating Christmas. And I'm still celebrating Halloween. That's what this is for.
Halloween forever.
Like, they just.
Can I share with you? So somebody that I know through like the repanning, the community who makes like she has built her own palettes. Can I share a Nightmare Before Christmas palette that she is making?
Yeah, if they can like fix this horror.
Look. It's a palette.
Oh.
She made it with Sally and then the pattern.
That's really pretty. I feel better already. Like the tears are starting to dry up. I was actually genuinely upset.
I know.
I was not prepared because I wasn't prepared to see that. Like I wasn't ready for that, and I wasn't ready for like all of that to.
So this is a good reminder that if you see something and you really wish, especially if you're a single eyeshadow lover, and you really wish that there was just like an empty palette, like I'm not crafty, but you could cover, it's like covering a book. I think she makes her own, but I think if you had an empty magnetic palette, you could always cover it like the way you might wrap a book, like book binding kind of thing. But yeah, I
try to make a Nightmare Before Christmas. I might try. Like have an oogie boogie shade, you know?
I love it. This is what I was thinking as soon as you said that. I'm like, maybe we should do a collab. Because that could easily be one of my build your own palette videos for Halloween.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I'm way into, like, I have always, so, Legal, here's the thing. If you are a creepy person and you like creepy shit, okay? Nightmare Before Christmas was like for us creepy people who don't really even like like Christmas. Like we want everything to be Halloween, like we just want Halloween all year. So essentially when Tim Burton did this, which he didn't actually, but like we'll not get into the whole details of it. But when this came through, it was like it was made for us creepy folk. We got to have our own. It was the creepy folk holiday movie, basically. Yeah. So all of us creepy folk have a holiday movie. Do you know what I mean? And like that's like, and we're like very excited. We're like, yay! And it still turns out like Santa does whatever the fuck Santa does. But the point is that like there's a whole and like Jack and Sally and like even Blink 182 says that they sing about them in the song, like, hello there, we can live like Jack and Sally if we want. Like there's a whole thing about it for us creepy folk, because we were waiting. We were waiting. And like now we have this. And it's nice. Yeah, I don't know why Teresa doesn't like it.
The thing is, like, everyone can like and dislike what they like and dislike. Yeah. And that's why I don't make a big deal about it, because I'm like, I'm not a horror person. I'm friends with people that love horror movies. It's fine. Like,
yeah, because like I'm 40 years old. I grew up, like when this came out, this like made my day, because I was never a Christmas person. I wasn't like a Christmas spirit person. I was like, I want to wear all the black and I want to like be grumpy and grouchy. Like I was like, the Grinch did nothing wrong. Those people are assholes. Like that was me. So like, I'm like, those fucking who's ruined his life. Period. So like when this came out, I was like, this is my everything.
So we're not gonna give them any more this bullshit. No. So
I got some folks in here.
I love it. And here's the thing is that I think, and I think there are people that like also like Christmas, so they might not feel that same connection with Nightmare Before Christmas in the same way. I think that's the assumption, if I can remember right, about Teresa specifically, just because we mentioned her. But like, and this is a thing too, is that like, I know that a lot of parents didn't let kids celebrate Halloween, but I think just like, so there's a hashtag on Instagram that's Hocus Pocus Color Focus that was created to like for people to post their own Hocus Pocus palettes. That's what I'm trying to say. And I feel like I should create a hashtag, and then anyone can post. I just want to click into the hashtag so y'all can see it. That is my Hocus Pocus palette.
Yes, it's so pretty. Like that's way more the vibe of like.
But we could definitely have a hashtag, and the people. Faces by Gina did 3 different Hocus Pocus palettes for the 3 sisters. Amazing. But anyway, I'm a bit of a fan. Like, but so we could have a hashtag that anybody could use on Instagram or YouTube or wherever, and you can just build your own Nightmare Before Christmas palette. I like that. We'll do that. I'll figure it out, and probably by next week I'll have that. I could share it, or maybe I'll add it to the description box of this video. I like that. Both.
I didn't see Nightmare Before Christmas until last year. My partner, I watched it and I was like, is this a Halloween movie or a Christmas movie? He said both. I mean, I have, like, because all of my holiday movies, if y'all don't know, are all horror films. So, Silent Night, Deadly Night, Better Watch Out. Like, what is it? It's is it Sorority Row? I can't remember. Black Christmas. That's it. Black Christmas. So like those are my holiday. That's how I celebrate.
So holidays. I will.
What is this?
Yeah. Okay. So this is Nabla is doing a lip plumper called the Viper lip plumper, and I just thought the packaging looked cool.
The packaging is cool. I don't recommend lip plumpers.
No.
Unless you like your lips feeling burned and uncomfortable for a period of time. But if you like it, do you, boo.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't really care, but I thought it was cool packaging. But I was just like, you could have used that kind of marketing for so many other things. Okay. Okay, this was the luxury lipstick brand that I was talking about earlier that I love their packaging. So this is Lisa Eldridge is doing fantasy floral lip kits. Now, I'm actually not excited about the kits myself, but I don't know, it just doesn't quite do it for me. But she's introducing glosses, and it looks like, are the lip liners new as well? I think. But they all.
I have a fruit fly. I'm so sorry. I have a fruit fly, and I apologize.
That's okay.
He got in somehow, and I can't get him out, and he just keeps. I've asked him to leave. He won't leave.
That's okay. Yeah, I mean, I don't do like really scary, gory Halloween stuff, but I like holiday. Peppy.
Does it go like this?
And I'm trying to figure out, maybe the blush color is new, the velvet blush. I can't quite tell, but I love her lipsticks. The formula is beautiful. The quality of the packaging is great. Yeah, so it looks like maybe there are some new colors like Velvet Beauty, the rose pink, and Velvet Blush, the mauve. I can't completely tell from this caption, if I'm being honest. But I
am so sorry. That sucks.
Same. Someone needs to take away Audra's mic.
I'm sorry. I am so sorry. I apologize. I am so sorry. I will stop making like pterodactyl sounds. I'll sit over here silently.
Yeah. They're gorgeous. I like your sounds. I don't love being poor. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they're really nice. I think maybe it's 3 new colors: blush, myth, and beauty, maybe. Because I recognize Velvet Ribbon and Velvet Muse. But anyway, if you are ever looking to splash out into a lipstick formula, I highly recommend this brand. Don't know anything about these new glosses or the lip liners, but
yeah, if you want a bowl.
And they'll be out on the 3rd. Pre-order for the 3rd. Okay. Nah. So basically, the only reason I brought this up is because originally we had seen this little 8 pan of lime crime.
I don't like it.
And then they made a big pan, a big palette.
I kind of like it.
They're charging $58. What the?
I don't like that.
And $38 for 8 shades.
I don't like that either. But here's the thing: I keep holding on to this. I refuse to let it go because like I love it. I have their Venus. Like, listen, y'all, it's kind of a bad bitch. Like you think, like, and I actually have, like, I've been using it because like 1, 2, 3, 4, like 4 shades have little dents in them. I've been using the shit out of this for years. I mean, this is why I say I'm never going to pan anything. But like I just, I like it. I just like how it's like, those are the words. Thank you, Alex. Alex is with me. She wants to buy lime cream. Like, I want to buy it too. I'm gonna wait for it to go on sale.
I don't know. I still haven't seen a palette from Lime Crime where I'm like, yes, I will give you my money. Like, I want to try them. I do. And this one is tempting because of the top row. Because me and my shimmers. But
their shimmers are fucking bomb.
But then I've touched some of the shimmers in store and I'm like, what the fuck is this trash?
No, because they've been like fucking run over by the plebeians.
But like, I know I can tell a difference in some ways. I don't know. I'm just like,
no, they're like, and here's the thing, even after all of this, they have like a creamy, it's a creamy formula.
It's that one. Which Venus one do you have? Because I remember it was the Venus 3 that I
think I just have like the original.
And the shimmers were like
these are all like fucking creamy as shit.
Yeah.
And they end up looking like kind of, they have reflective.
So Cecily's asking 6 of the 8 shades in the smaller palette are in the other Venus. So the point of both of these is the greatest hits. So like the 18 pan is full of shades from their other palettes, and the 8 pan. So they're voted in of like what are the most popular shades, which I think are a little silly for the people that have a lot of Lime Crime products.
Yeah, I don't.
Because you're just giving them more products that they already have.
Yeah, because the Venus, okay, let me look. Let me look at that one right quick because I might already have those shades. I think I have Venus, and I also should have Shell, which is, yeah, I have Shell, which is one of my favorite shades out of all of that shit. And I think those are the ones that I have. I don't have anything else in there. I don't think, because I'm not really looking real close. And also I've been drinking, so we're going to move on. But I have Shell and I have Venus, and those shades are very pretty.
Yeah.
When I use them. I have Muse, which is a very nice shade. I don't have the other shade, so I ain't mad about that. Like, listen, I'm just, I'm going to say it out loud. I like Lime Crime, and I just hated that they were like shitheads, because then I was like, great, now I can't buy it. And then like, now that Dodier's gone, like, I can buy it.
We don't actually know if she's not still getting money from them. That was part of the chat, I will say.
That's true. That's true.
So, I mean, the mustard, that thing is in Venus 2, the mustard the Venus 2 palette looked pretty, but I missed it when it was in the height. So by the time I like kind of knew about it, I already had colors like that in my collection. And now that I'm like not that big into palettes, I definitely am not spending $58. But if it ever goes on super sale at Ulta, where I can use points and shit,
I'll be there for it.
We'll see.
Because I feel like that top row was gorgeous. I'm dying.
So this is Davina. Davina is releasing Aurora Flare Shifters Collection. They're releasing tomorrow, 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And they are they are $13 each in terms of their single shadows. So
tell me why I am so broke today. Tell me why I have no money anyway. Like, I am so sad because this is amazing. Don't ask about the singing.
I'm not sure how I feel about. Okay. This is actually a Davina collection that I'm gonna wait for reviews on.
I know, but
I'm saying that out loud.
It's so pretty. I know what you mean. You're right.
Because well, the thing is that, okay, here's what I'm gonna say. Not that there's a different lead time, there's different shipping times. We're only seeing these photos, but the photos that I've seen, they don't seem as intense as a lot of other multi-chromes out there in terms of the shine. So I'm kind of like, I don't know. I'm just, and yeah, I'm thinking about that. Also, yes, that's a great theme song. But and I love Davina. I truly love. I've tried so many of their formulas. I think they do special shadows really, really nicely. But I think this is it too. Is I've seen these kind of multi-chromes a lot, and I also would say a lot of this collection you could probably buy like 4 or even 3 and get like the full array.
But you know what,
I don't care, because I'm gonna go spend stupid amount of money other places, if I'm being honest. I haven't done it yet, so I'm not gonna talk about it yet. But I have a cart that yeah. But
Irene, I never wanna hear you say I don't have Afterpay. Like, I'm getting dumber as the evening progresses.
So I don't know. I'm curious to hear reviews. I'm probably gonna wait for if like people like Legally Black Beauty or Millie Bad to the Brow. Yeah. I mean, these to me look more intense than what I've heard about the butterfly ones. The butterfly ones, the shift looked softer from what I've seen, but I don't own any of the butterfly ones.
You're actually my moments of levity. Like, you're the one who keeps me from spending like what little money I do have like a moron. So
I spend my money like a moron too, but I think for me it's really easy. Like I said, when I love a brand, and I'll be honest, like the special shadows from Davina, I have a strong love for. I have to remind myself. I like how everyone's giving you a Grammy. Yeah. So like the butterfly ones, I haven't tried, but I love the Galaxy Dust, the Candy Cakes, the Candy Exploders, the Sugar Drops. Those are the ones that I've tried and I love. But yeah, I just I'm not sure. I kind of feel like Davina's just a touch behind with this release.
Yeah.
In terms of what's been on the market, because I was like far more excited about their Candy Cakes collection than I am about this one.
The top to my left, the top left, and the top two on the left side, those two are the ones that I want.
Yeah. You mean these two that have my mouse?
Yes.
Yeah. And I feel like what you could actually probably do to get the best variety, I would probably get the blue to purple down here that the comment is covering, the green to blue, and then maybe the red if you like the red. Because like,
oh yeah, also I like that one, that one there that you're touching right now.
Like those three, because this feels very similar to this.
Yes.
And then this feels similar to the green a little bit.
Well,
so that's the thing with
on you it would be. On me it would not.
Well, okay, that's true. That's fair. But what I wanted to say is that a lot of indie brands release all these different colors and multi-chromes, and they do it so you have options, but that doesn't mean they all look unique on you.
Yeah.
And that can be different colors on different people. But like, I think from looking at these 6 shades, like I said, 3 would probably be what I would buy. Yeah.
See, the thing is, I end up getting a lot of this shift, although it doesn't look like that because of my richer skin tone.
Mm-hmm.
And I live for it. Like, because the thing is, I have so many different looks that I can create from just one of these. And I'm discovering it from playing with my Davina that I recently got. So like, I can really just do all kinds of shit. And I'm like, this is a new look. This is a new, and it's the same shadow over and over.
Yes.
And I think it's because like, with my richer skin tone, it shifts. The shift is different on my skin.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
No, but that's why I love multi-chromes and shifting shadows, because, okay, maybe I'm not using one shadow alone, but if I use Asteria from Davina and I pair it with a green matte versus if I use Asteria with Davina by itself, or if I use like I can just do a slight change or build it a slightly different way. It's different because I don't have the rich skin tone, but still, that's why I get excited about shifty duochrome, multi-chrome shadows. Yeah, it's that's the thing with these multi-chromes. I'm excited to see how people review them, but they don't feel as new to me, so I'm gonna wait for reviews myself.
Facts. I'm gonna gather myself. I'm gonna gird my loins.
Also,
Google that phrase because it's a good. I'm so serious. Like Google it. I learned that in high school, and I've never let it go.
Gird my loins is an amazing phrase. It's great. This is a new palette from a brand called DJ's Unique Boutique. I just thought this was a lovely. I'm actually switching over to there. I'm trying to see if. Okay, I think they are different. I think they are. Sorry, I was confused. I thought they might be the same brand that did the Kiwi palette, but I think it's different.
Oh, pretty.
So this is The Reason is what they're calling their holiday 2020 palette.
I kind of dig it. Listen, I am digging 2 shades that I used to hate because I could not figure that out. And that's because like I was using like Revlon. No offense, Revlon. But I was like using drugstore. And I'm going to tell you this right now, to be honest. When it comes to richer skin tones and it comes to reds, like greens and blues, just stay the fuck out of there because they're not really hitting our skin tones and like making it so it shows up well and doesn't make us look like whore Barbie. So like you'd have to know me for a while to know what I'm talking about because like I hated these shades. There were shades that I hated because I hated that they put them on Black Barbie when I was young, and I didn't think that Black Barbie was as pretty as White Barbie because her makeup was shitty because they tried to put the same makeup on Black Barbie that was on White Barbie. And anyway, that's a whole thing. All that to say, these days, I would move away from drugstore if you want a good green and a good blue for rich skin tones. You can get with BH Cosmetics. They do have really nice shades, and the formula for most of them is pretty nice. So, yeah. So I'm into that because it's hard to get those shades to show up nicely on our skin tone and not be overpowering, because the whole point is you wear the look and the look isn't wearing you.
Yeah, agreed.
Sorry.
Oh no, you're good. No, there's nothing to apologize. I kind of got like distracted by the chat and I was like, I agree with everything you said, but yes, this. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, okay. I didn't know this. Cecily said DJ's Unique Boutique is owned by Just Peachy D on YouTube, and she's one of the nicest human beings alive. Love her. Okay.
Yeah, I'm interested. Okay. I'm actually interested in that because I like a palette that is just like greens and blues with a pop of orange. That's different, first of all, but also.
And for me, I'm not a huge blue lover, but this has enough greens in it and enough like transition-y turquoise tones that I could consider it. Yeah, I think it's a nice one. Like, I don't know this. Oh, thank you, Cecily, coming through with all the facts. Check out Layla's Life or Colorful Camele. And I think that there's a code from Colorful Camele.
Yeah, I'm down to try that.
For money
I'm down to buy that, to be honest.
Look at that.
Make sure you keep that saved so that I can remember that.
I will.
Thank you.
Okay, this is another palette. This is a palette from Tammy Tenuka or Sigil Inspired. So if you don't know Tammy Tenuka, I feel like they were like the original. I don't know if they were not necessarily the original multichrome, but they do some beautiful shadows. But a lot of what they do are loose pigments. So I just wanted to show you like some of the things. Okay, because I know the scroll is not great for y'all. So this
Jesus.
This is a pressed palette, and so they're doing two sizes, and the small size is like teeny tiny, but they do them just in case you want it. And it looks like it's a chinchilla inspired palette, which I thought was really sweet. And the colors, is this it? No, I don't think so.
I don't know what that says because I'm an American, and as an American, most of us only know one language.
Okay, so here are 3 of the colors, and then 3 more.
Those are 3 I don't want.
And I'm actually gonna say, I think they did a cooler tone purple palette even better than what Kaleidos released.
I would agree with you there. I'll give you that.
Having worked with the palette, I will one day get that review up. Honestly, maybe tomorrow or Saturday or Sunday. I'm trying, y'all. But I like it. I think they're based out of Russia, which is also why the
you're definitely correct.
Yes. So
I did not get Simon here. I get Simon from the Ukraine, and that writing is the same. I don't know if I have to ask questions sometimes because I'm like, I don't live there, and I haven't done enough research to find out what languages are spoken in that area.
Yeah. So I think it's also known as the Lavender Bonfire. And I think it's the fact that they're getting into pressed pigments. Like, yes, this is dreamy, ghostly. The reason why, okay, so I know I was just showing you her, but I love Faces by Gina, and she has repressed a bunch of the loose pigments from Tammy Tenuka or Sigil Inspired. This look with all of these shifting shadows, those are Tammy Tenuka shadows.
Oh.
Like that shift, those are like multiple multi-chromes from Tammy Tenuka. So
she has like the most lid space of anybody on the planet.
You're one to talk. You have a lot of eye space. Okay, you may not have the lid space. You have eye space.
Yeah, I have eye space.
I am. Yeah. Ooh, they had a Black Friday sale last year. Okay. Yeah.
And the reason is you. Pull back around for you, Bethany.
Another indie brand to keep your eyes on. Maybe you want this palette. Maybe you want to just keep. They also released a 6 pan before this that was more golden tones. I know if Amy Loves Makeup did a video review of it. Yeah, I've known about this brand for a couple years now, but I've never bought anything, and it's yeah.
She didn't have to go this hard, but she did it for all of us.
Yeah.
She did.
Yeah. And that's the thing with Tammy Tenuka is I will remember it and then kind of forget and then remember and then forget. But from finding Gina and Makeup Martez and a couple other creators lately who really go hard for Tammy Tenuka, I'm like, okay, I'm not forgetting. Like I just keep remembering. But yes, like if they could press more of those textured great dimensional shadows, I would be in trouble.
Oh.
Okay, let's see. I think we're almost done.
I know, because I'm like, whoo. Oh Jesus. This is where this is like, it's sad that I feel like we're about to end on a bad note. Okay. First of all, if y'all follow me on Twitter,
Doing that.
You probably saw me respond to this because Neon MUA, Darius, responded to somebody commenting, saying some bullshit like, well, yeah, but they can make more, like they'll make darker ones in the future. Here's what I'm going to say to you, all of you who are here, it looks like 129 of you. I am black all year. I'm not black today and then like not black tomorrow. I'm black all year. I'm going to be black this black. I'm going to be tomorrow. I'm going to be this black the day after that. I'm going to be black next month. I'm going to be black in January. I was black in August. I was black in April. You telling me as a brand that you are going to make inclusive shades later on down the line, you can eat a bag of fucking dicks. You can eat an entire bag of dicks because I'm black all year. It doesn't change. So like, if you don't make shit, like I'm glad I've never bought a fucking thing from House Labs. They can all eat a bag of dicks.
Yeah. I have. So if you don't know, this is obviously House Labs. They did blush and bronzer highlighting duos. They are all pale or mid-range is what I've seen. Pale to mid-range. I didn't even really look that intensely on the brand because they didn't really show it on their social media. And here you only see this. And like I'm good. But it just makes no sense the fact that people are still saying, "Oh, they can just release more later." But why? Why do we have to? Like, it's been happening for years, decades. Oh, it's not one shade. It's not, but I can't. Why? It's annoying because it's not easy to find pictures.
Yeah, because I think the picture was more in that tweet, but I can't guarantee that. But it's just annoying to me. It's annoying that these brands continuously come out with their bullshit and then they're like, look, we're gonna have darker shades later. And I'm like
those
I'm gonna be black all year though. Like I'm gonna be black all year. What do you mean later? Like I'm not
the colors in the background. It's all like one tone. like it's all like all these stripes. That's powders. It's all one tone.
Yeah, it's just hi Becky. It's weird to me. I don't understand this idea of like, and I've said this is why I went so hard on Tower 28 with their 2 bronzer bullshit.
Yeah. Because
every time someone comes out of the woodworks and tries to go, well, it's a small brand. So I'm like, no. Here's what I'm going to tell you. We've been making makeup for way too long. And this isn't me trying to be political or what I'm trying to say. We have been making makeup for way too fucking long for you to not acknowledge that people are deeper than tan. So if you come out with some complexion products instead of just coming out with lip products, because that's easy, like do lip products, make your bank, make enough to where you can produce the shit you want to make for all skin tones, then do that. Do not come out here weak as shit with a bronzer for light and then a bronzer for when you have a tan. Because the rest of us are sitting here like, the fuck? Like, okay.
I just like, and the fact that people still think, and okay, this to me, it's not just with Gaga, but I feel like these celebrity brands and all of their fucking stands that are just because this was something I mentioned in the chat early of how like, and it's not related, but it is kind of related in my head, is how like Selena stands are like basically flooding negative reviews of like Rare Beauty to like shut it down in this way, or they're just up to some shit.
Yeah.
They're up to some shit. And how these people feel like they have to sit there and defend like this. Like, why are you defending this? Why? Like, why are you? No, but you don't need to be the defending like party for a corporation.
Like this argument right here makes me want to punch someone in the face. But as they sell more, they'll be able to make more of the shades that they haven't made yet. I'm like, no. Here's the thing: if you are very pale. And I'm not saying this to be rude to anyone who's very pale. If you are very pale, you have more of a chance to make this shit work for you. If you are rich, you cannot. Like, there's no way to make it work. You are literally sitting here with ashy shit on your face. I don't have any other way to if it's too dark, that's one thing. If you are pale and it's a little too dark, you can do things to make that better. Absolutely. If you are dark, you cannot make ashy look better. And the fact that people keep saying that, there isn't full diversity yet then don't make the fucking product. I'm telling you right now, I'm not going to come out with any kind of complexion product and not be able to include people. Midas was able to do it. So you can't tell me that we are an afterthought. That's bullshit. I'm not sorry I got mad. But it's bullshit. I'm tired of being an afterthought. I'm tired of being an afterthought in the beauty world where it's oh, we're going to do this later when we have money. And I'm I don't give a fuck later because by then I've canceled your brand. Tower 28, I'm never buying a fucking thing from this brand ever again because they did that bullshit and it pissed me off so much that I was no, fuck this. I don't care about their lip glosses. I don't give a fuck. You can throw it all in the trash. I'm never going to buy it.
Because again, people kept defending a company. And again, if I defend an indie brand, because technically I think Tower 28 was an indie brand, if I ever defend one for doing this shit, people can call me out and correct me. Mm-hmm. But you are a company. Nobody should be fucking defending you. Mm-hmm. You are, if you learn nothing from watching Audra and I, which I don't know if you would learn anything, just learn. I lie. I kid. But learn that you should not put energy into the world defending businesses. Corporations do not need people's energy. They do not need our help. We are giving them our money and then at the same time spending minutes, hours, days in some on the internet being how dare you not like this? They're doing their best, blah, blah, blah. And you're just no, actually they're not. They're actively choosing to release products for only white people. They're actively choosing to release products that are racist. They do not care about getting money from Black people. And when they finally do, people are going to applaud them. Again, are going to put energy out for this company to say, oh, look at these new colors, these new things. You're now going to give them props because now they did something decent.
Yeah, I'm supposed to be happy in 6 months when they have my shit. That's what I'm supposed to do is be oh my God, here it is. They care. No. I'm not gonna take scraps from the table. Like, I'm sorry. It's not gonna happen. You either have me at the table having dinner with the rest of y'all, or you don't, because I'm not a dog and you're not gonna throw the scraps down to me.
Yeah.
And even my dog is treated better than that. So fuck y'all.
It just like, it both makes me angry. Like, when corporations act like corporations, when corporations act like trash, it makes me mad, but I'm not surprised. I'm just mad when people sit there, and I'm going to say when racists sit there and say, it's fine. Or when they try to say, oh, they didn't release things for pale people either. Yes, the fuck they did. Shut up, sit down. Like, turn on your Twitter. Log off.
You said turn off your Twitter.
Like, get the fuck off the internet. And because they don't need you to be there like hype people. Again, they are a business. They have the money. No one should be treated as a fucking afterthought. But it's not even an afterthought. Like, to me, that's the course correction. That's
Nicole Quinn.
What was that?
Oh my God.
What?
She is Live, Love, Laugh in a picture. Nicole Quinn is the main investor behind House Labs. And she's literally like Live, Love, Laugh. Like, that is exactly what she is. Live, Love, Laugh. So sorry. I just found it.
That's amazing. I don't know. I'm inspired by you though. It's just like, oh wow. Google exists, y'all. I should I share her on here? I feel like that's
I mean, who cares? Why not? Like,
okay, yeah.
Like, there's a whole article.
True.
Like, there's a whole article with her. She's like, that's a picture I saw too. Live, love, laugh. Like, the epitome of it. So it's like, yeah.
Yeah. I just, Kelly. I don't know about that, but
Cecily, I curate my Twitter to be like, to not stress me the fuck out. Like, yeah, regularly.
So the person that's on the screen right now is the investor behind Gaga, behind House Labs. It's just, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It just makes it, the thing is like, it's not about explaining why this doesn't make sense or why it's whatever. Like, there are so many people that are like, oh, well, you could just release this instead and we can work with that. It's like, no, these brands are actually making a choice. They are actually making a choice not to release products for rich skin tones.
Yeah. And that's fine. Here's the thing. There's brands that do. I don't like, I'm wearing Mented today. So like, now that I have family, I have that's like, whatever happened to.
So that is, I'm going to say it one more time. This is Nicole Quinn, who is the investor behind House Labs. Big, I was told by AppleCare. Yes.
I was told by AppleCare.
Yeah. So this is, it's trash. Like, it's.
And the thing is, everything that has come from House Labs, I'm so sorry that it's anybody, but I have not been interested in any of it.
Yeah.
And you know what? Something interesting is happening with StreamYard and YouTube, because I can see now when they block people. And you can do it from here now.
Oh, I did just block somebody myself.
I know, but you can see it on StreamYard. You used to not be able to see that.
Through StreamYard.
I know, but you used to have been. No, I couldn't do it before.
If you're not the account holder, like if it's not your channel.
No, I mean I can, but like that's like I haven't had to use it yet, so I haven't seen it yet. Because like, that's a new feature. They didn't have it for a long time. You had to do it from your other phone.
Okay. I may be confused. I was just like, oh yeah, it's always been there. Okay. Can I show you, there was one good thing. We don't have an inside for it yet, but there is one good thing to maybe end this on.
Yes.
Wait, let me just go to my saved.
Do you know who my father is, Energy? Do you know who my father is? Wait, what?
So this is a palette coming from Black Moon Cosmetics called the Urban Myth palette. It's launching on October 10th. And I saw the outside. Tyrion, no, come on. Thank you, sir. I don't know if you've seen their brand before. So, like, this was the reveal. Like, something is coming.
Sorry, I'm doing like the mood music in the background.
Oh, no, it's good. And I am intrigued. Yeah. So we haven't seen the inside, but I've heard good things about their formula. I've never tried. They have 2 eyeshadow palettes out so far. One was all shimmer, one was all matte. So Alex. The other thing is this might, I wonder, so they're in, or they were, I'm saying they were because I haven't checked, but they were in Ulta, and they do like liquid lipsticks and liquid eyeshadows and like duochromatic highlighters. And yes, they sued Jeffree Star and Manny because they copied, in my opinion, they copied the Black Moon.
Yeah. Speaking of the moon, it's harvest moon today.
I just gasped so loud. My husband asked what was wrong.
And I have crystals to charge, and I have so many things to do. I have like so many like witchy. I gotta get my candles lit. I gotta get my spells cast.
Yeah, I don't know anything about, like, I haven't actually tried anything from them, but I knew that, like, this year I feel like the spooky palettes have actually been delivering.
Spooky.
I mean, kind of. There's also been trash from brands, but
ColourPop doesn't count.
Yeah, and Makeup Revolution, they don't count either.
Yes, they made me cry for an inexplicable reason. I become so emotional like at the start of fall. I don't know what happens. Like I'm cold-hearted all summer, and then fall starts and I'm like, I don't know. Maybe it's because I was like so cold like I'm cold when it's hot and I'm hot when it's cold, and I'm yes, that I'm no.
I love this.
That was an
Scottish
accident.
glass, give it to me.
I know.
Exactly. Nothing is wrong. Everything is right. Yeah, I really hope the inside looks as good as the outside, because I'm already imagining like lots of texture, but some mattes, but like, shimmers, and like
this blue and white, and like
yeah, like the glow of the Urban Myth actual art, like the way the planet. Yeah.
Yes,
because this is like space and aliens and galaxy and like and actual like urban legends. Yeah. I hope they don't disappoint. Let's just say. I don't want to get too hyped up because I know that sometimes that leads you to feeling disappointed.
I know, I don't want to get disappointed. But but listen, you know what? We're ending on a high note, so we are going to be excited about
That's
this.
That's also why I wanted to mention it, because I was like, we've had a lot of energy, good and bad energy, positive and negative. Brands need to be roasted and burned to the ground.
9 days is when this is launching, so
yes.
We should start seeing some stuff this week of what it looks like, and hopefully
I'm hopeful
the goddess will provide, and it'll be fabulous.
Agreed. We're going to put all the positive energy out there, and yes, as Deja said, I'm looking directly at this Black Moon palette. Give me grunge, give me texture. I think that is Nessie, yes, on the cover. So I this we do not want to have to say that we were rooting for you.
We were all rooting for you.
Oh, Becky, we talked about it towards the beginning of the stream. We are very excited as well. That's
one
we're definitely
super stoked about. I am on high, like, listen, I will be up on Sunday getting this bitch. That's where it is.
Yeah, that's where I'm at as well. I hope that this is a rectangular packaging and not their weird half moon. I just hope it's like a little bit of a refresh for the brand. They're an indie brand that I've been watching and like wanting to support, but haven't had the right release to buy. So I am rooting for it. On that note, this was amazing. This stream was so good. Thank y'all for hanging out with us and being the amazing, beautiful human beings you are. We are, if you didn't hear, we're switching up our schedule. So Tuesdays will be on Audra's channel and Thursdays will be on my channel. So Tuesday, we'll be back. Don't know what we're talking about, but we'll be on Audra's channel. And we'll see you all then. Have a wonderful weekend. Take care of yourself, friends. Love you so much.